Here it is, May 10th, and we're getting ready to put in a clover plot right behind me. I'm out here with the tractor, and all you no-till guys are reaching for your aspirin and nitroglycerin, but I promise everything will be just fine. See that root? We gotta take it easy here with these roots. And I don't know what's going on, but it's leaking fluid. We only have this little triangle left right here. Go ahead and spread this, the oats. Once we get this disked in, we'll go grab the clover, put it on, and we'll call to pack the clover in. That's how that's gonna go. She's empty. One pass with the discs. This is where you really don't want to screw things up. It had a little chart on there what to use, but you'll get used to it. You'll feel it coming out, hitting your hand, and whether it's a lot or not, you'll know if you're putting enough down. You only get one shot at this. I got 6 pounds. We'll start out light. I'm gonna put some miles on. I think I'm doing all right. Let me shut the camera off because you guys get the point. I had plenty to go both north-south and then east-west. I had this set on like 1. It's, oh man, you can see the gap, like 1/8 inch. That was it, right? There's closed. I had it right there. I probably could have gone a little bit bigger. But like I said, I don't dare want to run out before my first, go around. Better to do it that way and put some miles on than to run it all out at once. Now for the fun part, we'll call to pack, because usually they aren't going to break. Well, we did break those in half last year, but usually the call to packing is the easy part. Everything else can be, problems are going to happen no matter if you're pulling your plow with a horse or if you got the newest tractor from the dealership. Something's going to happen. It happens to everybody who does food plots, so it's not a big deal. Don't think that when it happens that you're the only one. We have rain coming the day after tomorrow, so hopefully it's not a gully washer. All right guys, we're done. That's it. So thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Nah, I'm just kidding. I gotta give you updates. Even if it's a complete failure, I'll show you. Here it is. We've got our rain that we needed. It has been raining since the middle of last night. It's probably 6 p.m. Well, it's been 2.5 months since we planted this. The oats are doing great. The clover's doing okay. It's been very dry this month of July. Almost no rain. Hot here in western Pennsylvania. Out on the south-facing slope, the sun's beating on this. It's dry as a bone. The clover, when perennial clover spends the beginning developing a root system. So you're not going to see a lot of growth above ground until later on. So don't burn it or spray it or disc it. If you see it looking low and spotty, just give it a chance. And later here in the fall, it'll just explode. So I planted Kurt's clover plot last year in the spring as well, and it ended up turning into a beautiful food plot in the fall. What I did try to do, and this is why I plowed this, what I tried doing at Kurt's was frost seeding. But as soon as I started walking across that food plot through all that thatch that was this thick and practically bouncing my way across the food plot, I knew those little seeds were not going to make their way all the way down through that thatch, get seed to soil contact, and then make it all the way back up. I knew I was wasting my time, my money, and my energy. So that is the reason why I plowed this up. A no-till drill would be great, but I just don't think it could ever cut down through, especially behind a small tractor like mine. I feel like it would take a very heavy piece of equipment on this hillside, it's just not, I don't even have one, so I don't know why I'm even talking about it. Maybe burning it off would have been another option. If I, in the spring, came in here, burnt this off, then I could have put my seed down and possibly gotten away with not plowing and disking. I think it's going to be just fine. I don't have as many weeds as I thought I would have in here, but if you have tons of weeds, you can spray it with 2,4-DB, that'll kill your broadleaf weeds, and then you can spray with clethodim, that'll kill your grasses and of course your oats. So those are your options with herbicides, along with a few others. If you want, you can come in here in the fall like I'm going to do now and overseed lightly. You don't want to smother your clover. Overseed it lightly with some brassicas. I'm going to do that later today. We have rain coming finally. And then in the spring, you can spray that and you'll be left with a nice clover food plot. It is 100% possible to plant clover in the spring. Just make sure you're not lying to yourself when you go out and you see all that thick thatch. You have to have seed to soil contact. You know your food plots better than anybody else, better than your neighbor, your friend, your family, or some guy on YouTube like me. So if you feel like it can happen, certainly give it a shot. And if you're worried that it's going to fail and you don't want to lose that entire field all summer, throw in some summer blends, your oats, buckwheat, maybe some sunflowers and beans if you can get away with it, and then you at least have something. It just doesn't look pretty in the beginning. Give it a chance, don't panic, and don't give up, and you'll end up with a really nice perennial food plot. I'll come in here in a couple months, give you another update. I'm going to broadcast some brassicas in here. I also have some screening around here. It's doing okay, nothing great. I'm going to try to fill in some spots down below. It's late in July, but I think it'll do all right. I just needed to get a couple feet high. Do not listen to the naysayers. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya.